Hey everybody, it's Yuki once again giving you guys a little bit of a preview for our Patreon in 2024. I am very excited to launch this, but before we get into the Patreon, I want to go over some new announcements that just came up last night. So I just started making Francis the Wolf House for VR chat. So yes, all my characters in terms of Moonlight, Team Moonlight is going to have a house of their own, along with Moonlight Village 2.0. But Moonlight Village 2.0 will not actually start until next year. So you guys going to have to wait. And I am upgrading to Unity 2022. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but keep in mind that Unity 2022 allows me to use more assets from the asset store. So it's gonna be more nicer than the original Moonlight House. Okay. Now let's talk about what you're really in here for, and that is the Patreon. So what is Patreon for those of you who are not familiar with the platform? So Patreon allows you to support other content creators on Patreon, and you can do so by using something called memberships. Now, memberships is a word that I have used here on YouTube, and that is because of YouTube memberships. But this is a little bit different. Patreon is a different platform than YouTube because YouTube you can publish videos. Patreon you can publish videos as well, but some of them require a membership. So does everybody remember that in VR chat we used to have a room in Sovereign's show home? That room is a special room for Patreon members only. So you guys get early access to those rooms from Sovereign's Chill Home. Here on Yuki Productions Patreon, you're going to get early access to certain parts, to certain content here on the channel. Now, if you are a YouTube member already and you still want to support the Patreon, that's okay too. Because YouTube members and Patreon members get similar content early. For example, I'm going to explain what you're going to get early. But first, let's talk about what you're going to get in terms of a Patreon. So, there is only one tier at this moment, but I'm going to tell you now in 2024, this is going to expand a lot. So, the Cool Yuki tier is a tier at the beginning value, at the smallest value, $1 per month. I added a 7-day free trial in terms of the new Patreon announcement thing, and you get the following. This is basically your simple stuff. Early access to videos, speedruns, VR chat videos, and much more. You also get your names in the credits of those VR chat videos, and you get your name in the credits of the YouTube videos. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about those I create outside of like live streams. So, for example, remember those highlight videos I did for Fortnite where I say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, um, and I say something about the video and then all that good stuff? Those is what I'm talking about. The upcoming videos about my trip to Barcelona and Lisbon would actually be part of this. You get early access to that. Okay, if you're a member of the YouTube channel or the Patreon, you get early access to my trip to Barcelona and Lisbon. You also get early access to anything VR chat and speedrunning. If you guys remember, I had some speedruns as part of the content from during my trip so that you guys can watch something while I'm in Barcelona, Lisbon. Okay? Now, there's going to be more tiers in 2024. Now, what else are you getting if I expand this to more tiers? Well, there is a chance of two things. One, because of the new VR chat creator economy, you get access to different rooms of the Francis the Wolf House, as well as different zones in the Moonlight House Village. Excuse me, the Moonlight Village 2.0. I'm going to be deciding on that in 2024. but I'm gonna test it out with Francis the Wolf House. I'm not gonna show you the model yet because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna say that it's going to be a small house for him and the rest of his buddies. So that's Francis the Wolf, Francis the Hedgehog, Freya the Wolf, Luna the Wolf. All those four plus the Moonlight House. So you get five different worlds. So four for the characters, one for everybody. All of them are going to be role play based. You never know. Episodes of Wolf Ventures 2024 could be filmed in those particular locations at any time. And of course, we can open it up to regular open lobbies at the same time. I'm not sure what to offer just yet, though. However, there is going to be some other stuff that I'm going to be putting early access, including access to the podcasting, the the gaming news. Now, keep in mind, there's some of these are not going to be early access because some of them are time sensitive. For example, if there's like a Game Awards show, that one I cannot put early access because that has to be on the day. But I can put early access on, let's say, something that something I want to try out. Early access for podcasting. Yuki Story Time, for example. Or I could put some educational content here too, like learning how to build a world in VR chat, or I mean in Unity. Or you can even have content about my game development. That's still on the board too. My camera says get out of here because it decides to freeze. So something is going to happen in 2024. I'm still thinking about what to call it. It could be the Super Yuki tier, and I actually will have a VR chat character named Yuki. It's spelled the same way, but it's going to be a Francis the Wolf alter, super alter, if you will. Okay, no color yellow, no yellow, no yellow color for Francis the Wolf. It's gonna be Francis the Wolf and then Yuki as his alter. Okay, you might even see him as a normal character for a for a VR Jet lobby. Okay, um the Patreon will officially begin today. If you guys are interested, link will be in the description below. And I'm excited to have you guys on board. If you are a YouTube member, the same thing is gonna happen. You guys are gonna get the exact same thing. The only difference is if you're on YouTube, you have to be on the Yuki Elite tier. If you're on Patreon, it's the Cool Yuki tier. I believe I have it at the same price though, $1. Okay, we'll see what else I'm going to bring out. That's all for now. We will see you guys soon on the Patreon, and I will expand this further. And I hope you guys are excited for 2024. I am very excited, and I'll see you guys very soon.